Taurus, welcome to your reading. I'm Ember and I'm here with another reading for you, and it's big. Also, if you want to skip me reading the cards, the link is in the description box below. Okay, we have the puppeteer, explanation, apologies. We have the animal, the tear. We have the womb, the bardo. I don't know, I almost said radio. Interesting. We have the merchant, self-worth and trade. We have friendship with 35. Then we have 12, quality time, and 45, dead end. I had to redo your reading, Taurus, because I feel like there's like either so many people in your energy, or you are really going through a lot of noise. Like, I just feel like there's so much noise, or you have a lot of connections, or there's a lot of people around you. And I feel like you're trying to figure out how you're feeling amongst a lot of other energies. And these energies are very interesting. We have the animal, which talks about our instinct, our desires. It talks about the higher form of the animal, which is like feeling alive and instinctual and intuitive. And then we also have the downside of the animal, or the dark side of the animal, which is like feeling hungry, feeling a seeking energy, right? Then we have the tear, which is about sadness and feeling and crying. And then we have the womb, which is about like something that's being born. You're like, I feel like you're in a very interesting transition stage, because the Bardo talks about transitions, a liminal space. And we also have you in the birth, like I'm hearing in the birth canal, but it's just a metaphor for something in you is changing very deeply. And I feel like there's things that you're realizing about connections you have that are things that you've spent a lot of time on that may be dead ends, or have become dead ends that have really hurt you, and you've had to either walk away or are walking away from a lot of things that don't serve you. And it's because you're trying to balance the scales of your worth. Like, you're trying to find connections where you feel like you are being appreciated and valued for how much you bring to the table, because you bring so much to the table, Taurus. And I feel like you are such a person that shows up, is consistent, reliable, nurturing, very good at like giving your energy. And maybe you're spread thin. I kept getting this feeling of like you may be feeling spread thin from I just feel like there's a lot of energies that are asking a lot from you, or asking for your time. But you consistently feel like every single time you give your energy to these people, you feel like it's not going anywhere. You keep getting this feeling of like, this is a dead end. And like, that's painful to go through. And I just feel like you're going through a very interesting, chaotic time of trying to make sure you're not giving to connections that feel, that just bring you pain and that are just dead ends. But I feel like you're having a hard time with that, or something, or people are having a hard time with that. I feel like you're confused, because I did your reading and I felt like we were just like going around and around in circles, and I couldn't get a clear message at all. And I was just like, what is going on? Like, why can't I feel or see what's going on? And I'm like, okay, maybe Taurus is just like feeling very confused about a lot of things, and it's translating in the reading. Okay, I do want to see in the tarot what's going on, and I'm going to see if this happens again, and I hope it doesn't, because it was very distressing. And you may be feeling like very distressed, maybe in your mind or something, I don't know, or with your relationships in general. And I do feel like there could be someone trying to puppeteer your strings by explaining a lot or apologizing a lot. Like, maybe you're I feel like you're very forgiving, Taurus, and you're a very forgiving person and generous with your energy. And I feel like people have taken advantage of that, and maybe you're just looking at that and trying to make sure you're not being puppeteered by somebody else. Okay, what's going on with Taurus? Because I need clear answers. King of Swords, okay. King of Swords. Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. I'm just getting, you may have been dealing with a lot of people that are like flighty, inexperienced, hot and cold, and you really don't want to have those types of connections anymore. There's a very big rebalancing about where you're giving your energy, how you're giving your energy. Maybe you've been dealing with a lot of tendencies of like hunger, like I really want connection, and maybe you were accepting connections that were not where you were at, or maybe just couldn't meet you where you were at, and you weren't trying to do this. Like, maybe it was more subconscious, but I'm getting this feeling of like, I don't want to give to connections that are just going to keep leaving me left out in the cold and make me feel like I'm not being appreciated. I just keep getting this like lack of appreciation, and you're feeling confused, or there's a lot of options around you. What's the Seven of Cups? Ace of Wands. Maybe you feel excited about a bunch of things, or maybe a lot of people feel excited about you. What's this Ace of Wands and Seven of Cups? Came out sideways, the Lovers. Yes. Okay, so connections. You feel perpetually confused by connections. Or maybe you've had a lot of connections that have been born in the fire but ended in destruction, is what I'm getting. And, okay, you're trying to... Okay, let me see what the Knight of Swords is. What's the Knight of Swords? Okay, you're looking at what's coming in on the horizon for you and trying to focus on making sure you're standing in your self-worth and not trading your self-worth for just any opportunity is what I'm getting. There's an opportunity on the horizon that you feel incoming, but you feel sad. Why do you feel sad? What's this Five of Cups? Because you feel indecisive about what? What do you feel indecisive about? What do you not feel like you understand? Maybe because I feel like your pain is making you feel indecisive, but then you have the truth. Okay, so you feel indecisive, but you know the truth about why you feel sad about this opportunity that's incoming. There's some type of opportunity that's incoming on the horizon, but you're feeling sad because of some type of major truth that you're seeing that's made you indecisive. What is this? The Chariot. But you want to move forward. We have Cancer energy, we have Gemini energy, Libra energy. Cancer, Gemini, and Libra. Ten of Swords and Nine of Wands. And you want to move forward, but you're feeling like every single time you've moved forward, you've been met with betrayal and being wounded. And maybe you're coming to like terms with this. Like every single time I try to go into a relationship, every single time I feel betrayed. I get betrayed. I feel undervalued. I feel wounded. I feel like I have to give everything I have and I'm left with just heartache is what I'm getting. And there's a major truth around this. And maybe you don't want to, maybe you're feeling like you just want to like heal and rest. We have Four of Swords. Taurus, this is hard. Yeah, and you want to nurture yourself, the Empress, but we have the Four of Cups here. But you're feeling emotionally disappointed about everything that's happened. Maybe you felt really abandoned by your relationships in general. It's like, why I keep getting this feeling of like, why do I always have to feel like this? Why does it always have to go this way? Why do I always end up in this situation? Is what I'm getting. It's like, why is every single relationship I've had always end with me feeling betrayed and wounded and left out in the cold? And you're like, how do I fix that? How do I heal that? How do I see that truth? And also like, there's this feeling of like, yes, I need to look at my own wounds, but also like, there's this like understanding of like, I keep picking a certain person. I keep picking a person or a certain people that like hurt me. Like I keep picking the wrong people is what I'm getting. Like you're like, my picker's broken or something. And you're trying to reconnect with your healing and with maybe this feeling of abandonment, and that's painful. Yes, because you keep feeling I'm hearing left out in the cold and overwhelmed. We have Ten of Wands, Queen of Swords, and you're trying to protect. Okay, so I'm seeing a possibility of like, maybe this was a past relationship. It could be a current relationship you feel overwhelmed by. You have King and Queen of Swords. What's this overwhelm about with this person? It's a collaboration you have. Why do you feel overwhelmed though? Why do you feel overwhelmed? It's a past connection, someone that you've had in the past. So a relationship you've had in the past. Communication. Maybe they're talking to you about something. What's this communication? Maybe this communication makes you feel overwhelmed. Is this here? Did this happen? Or is this going to happen? Or did it happen? I don't know. What's this communication? Judgment. It's like, I'm getting that interest. Okay. Is that what you want me to say? I don't know. What's this Eight of Wands? Yeah, you have fear around communication of some sort in a collaboration you have. You're breaking down the communication. I'm seeing you look at maybe the way they communicate or how they communicate or that they're going to communicate even. What is this Eight of Wands? Nine of Pentacles, but you feel like, but you feel independent. Okay, what is this Eight of Wands? And you're standing your ground in your independence. Maybe, okay, so like, if this is a counterpart relationship and you only have the Three of Pentacles and it's a sweet connection, it's like, why is it not more than the Three of Pentacles? Like, why am I feeling overwhelmed with giving to a Three of Pentacles? Three of Pentacles is like the most basic you can get. And I'm not saying you feel overwhelmed by the Three of Pentacles. I'm saying like, you feel overwhelmed because maybe this person and you haven't gotten past the Three of Pentacles, and you're like, dude, this is like a pretty, like you should be working with me. Like, this shouldn't be a Three of Pentacles at this point. I'm getting that. Maybe you're trying to communicate that. Maybe you're realizing you want to feel like the Nine of Pentacles, but every single time that you guys you can't even work out a basic Three of Pentacles, like teamwork, collaboration. Maybe that's just missing in this connection. I don't know if that's the truth though. I feel like that's I don't know if I'm getting it right. That's what I'm saying. It's okay. You have a relationship with this person, it looks like, but you feel overwhelmed because you guys literally are just teammates. Like, and it's supposed to be more than that. It's getting really specific, guys. So I hope it resonates. What are you? I feel like you're giving Nine of Pentacles and they're the Devil. Okay, I see now. I couldn't get to the meat in the other reading, and maybe I needed to get through maybe that's what you have to do. Maybe you have to get through, like, you have to sort through maybe you're having to sort through, like, oh God, how do I explain this? Like the stuff in your head that's fluff almost, and get to the meat. I'm getting like, I had to go through the fluff in my mind to get to the meat. I had to go through the fluff in the reading to get to the final meat of the reading. And the reading is the Devil. What's the Devil? It's like, what's the Devil? I feel like you're just, Seven of Swords? No. The Devil and the Seven of Swords? No. That's like someone's actively manipulating you. What's this Devil and Seven of Swords? The High Priestess, and you know this. That's why you're trying to stand your ground. It's like you can't name it. Oh, I hate this. It's like I don't know if, like, well, we do have the betrayal here. Maybe you do know this. Maybe you do know this person betrayed you, but we have the High Priestess, so maybe you're not saying anything, or maybe you know that this could happen again, and you just, what? What's the High Priestess? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you know you're going to get left out in the cold again if you engage with this person. It's like you have a collaboration with them, and you could, that maybe you could have I don't know. You see the truth of this, the Sun, about how you've always consistently been left out in the cold by this person or situation. And it's like, but they're trying to collaborate with you anyways, but it's manipulation because they want to win. Because they want what? Wow. We have strength, and strength beats the Devil, okay? It beats the Devil. Oh my God. You've had to have so much strength to move through this, Taurus. You've really had to, like, do so much work, like, to get to this place of feeling like you're nurturing yourself. And you have not been able to see clearly, maybe, because it got blurry. But I'm seeing you see clearly now, because we saw this, the Sun came out. You really just want to move to calmer waters, but I feel like this person and you have like a, what's it called? It's like one of those relationships where it's like super magnetic, and you like really like want them, like really want them. And like you desire them, but it's coming from a place of unhealthiness. And it's leaving you feeling overwhelmed. I feel like you've been giving and giving and giving to this person, and they have only been giving you the Three of Pentacles. And even that is difficult for them to do. And their communication may be like a puppeteer. So like they try to manipulate you with their words, and you know this, and like they're a wordsmith. I was getting that in the first reading too. Like, are people around you that are wordsmiths always like trying to get you to give them something, give your energy, all your energy, show up for me, please show up for me. But then like they're giving you like Three of Pentacles, or not even Three of Pentacles. They're having a hard time even collaborating with you, but they just want something from you is what I'm getting. I just keep getting this like hunger, and you may also experience that hunger. When we're even in a relationship with someone, even the Three of Pentacles, we're going to feel their energy. So if they're hungry for you, they're desiring you at a level of like the Devil, which is a very high intensity of magnetism. If that's happening, you may be also experiencing that. And you may also have that within you as well that's being triggered too. So like there's like this might have been a long process you've been in of trying to disentangle yourself from this person. And it may have been like someone from childhood, or someone you have like a very sweet connection with, someone that you really, really wanted to see like go the long haul. Like I'm getting like, you're a Taurus. That's what you do. You go the long haul. You are so good at commitment. That's who you are. And you're slow and steady and consistent and reliable and trustworthy. And I just get like, this person just consistently cannot show up for you the way that you need, and is bringing you so much pain because of, you can tell, it's like, you can tell like there's like this, oh, it makes me want to cry. You can tell like there's this, like, you know that they want you, but do you feel like they deeply fulfill you, or do you feel like you deeply fulfill them, or do you feel like they even get you on this type of level? It's like I'm seeing them just devaluing you so much, Taurus, and just like really willing to just manipulate you to get what they want. And I know you can feel that, you can sense that, you can see that. You see it with the High Priestess. It's consistently left you left out in the cold. Maybe you're just trying. I'm seeing you like pull back now. I'm seeing you pull back your energy 2 or 3 of Pentacles. You guys may have had a 6 of Pentacles before. Maybe you guys had more of a more active relationship before, and I'm seeing you like pull back 2 or 3 of Pentacles. Like you may have been giving them 9 of Pentacles, but you kept feeling 5 of Pentacles, which is left out in the cold. So you're like, I'm gonna, what is 9 minus 5 is 3? 9 minus 5 is 3. So you're like, I'm gonna stop giving my best because I'm feeling left out in the cold, and I'm gonna downgrade you to a 3 of Pentacles, which I love. That's great. The more space you can get from this person, the more clear you will be. When you're in this type of relationship, and I have been in one before, and I know exactly what this is. When you are in this type of relationship, if you're consistently interacting and you know, like interacting, you know what I mean? Interacting, passion, intensity, maybe fights are happening. It doesn't have to be that, but it can be that. There's a lot of chaos, right? And a lot of like, oh God, hunger, desire, right? And passion. But it will feel like it's from a place of seeking comfort or seeking to get out of your pain. It's like, because the devil is always going to be something we give our external power away that feels good in the moment, that doesn't feel good long term. And I feel like you wanted this to be a very deeply fulfilling relationship. You wanted it to be, I'm hearing angelic, just like divine. You wanted it to be healthy, and it's not showing up as healthy. And I see you like just trying to create long-term happiness and build or not build, but plant seeds and grow seeds in very, very dry soil, in soil that's not conducive to who you are even as a person. And again, I'm getting, there may be a lot of sadness around this because you really, really wanted this to be like your long-term happiness, and you've gotten anything but that. And it's like, and you're not a person that's gonna like just want to like be in a relationship that's just about pleasure. Like you, of course you love pleasure, but you want deeply fulfilling pleasure, and this is showing up as surface pleasure just for the sake of pleasure. And it's like, you don't want pleasure for the sake of pleasure. You want pleasure for the sake of deep fulfillment pleasure. You know what I mean? It's a different type of pleasure. Yes, you can have this type of pleasure, but you can also have deep fulfillment, right? And it's like, this is just pleasure for pleasure's sake, and maybe this person has a unhealthy coping mechanism of using pleasure as a way of coping, and maybe you do too in some way. I'm not saying it's at the same level. I think this person is way higher of a level than you, but I do feel like something within you is responding to something within them, and again, it's like about magnetism, and it's about passion, and it's about wanting to feel better, and there's no judgment here. I want you not to judge yourself for the situation, Taurus, because judgment in this type of situation will make this situation 10 times worse. I know I've been there. I have been there, and it's painful. Okay, I want to give the advice for you, Taurus. Spirit's saying focus on giving to yourself and starting a new beginning. I'm getting you want to walk away from this person, or trying to get the strength to walk away from this person. Okay, you're going through a transformation. Spirit's saying realize that this is a huge lesson you're learning, and it's painful, and you are purging this person and walking away. Yep. The death process is not a easy process, but it's also not a short process. This is a long-term process of you processing everything, purging everything, releasing this person, feeling all your feelings, evaluating everything that's went down, trying to make sure that you are standing in the highest form of yourself that you can, and trying to make sure that you are balanced. And being balanced in a devil situation with a person is very difficult to achieve, but I'm seeing you beat it with strength, and that takes time, it takes effort, it takes healing. You've been doing a lot of healing to try to get away from this person because you've just been seriously consistently left out and feeling pain, just so much pain over this. Oh, I'm so sorry, Taurus. Okay, but you're walking away. Spirit's saying go through the transformation, purge what you need to do, feel what you need to feel, walk away from this relationship. And you will want to do this. It's not like I'm telling you to walk away, it's just only if you want to walk away, you walk away. This is all your choice, of course. Yeah, it just makes you feel like you're not, I just keep getting this feeling like this person devalues me so much that I feel like I'm not good enough. Like I feel like I'm not worthy. Even though I'm freaking the Empress, I'm freaking the High Priestess, I'm freaking the Nine of Pentacles. I am worthy, I'm amazing. I know I'm amazing. I know that I've shown up in relationships before and it's been amazing. So why is it that this situation with this person is this way? And why am I feeling so devalued? And why am I taking that on as a narrative? Because I maybe okay. So when you're in this type of relationship with a person, what they say and how they feel about you, their projections even on you of themselves can energetically get transferred. So like, let's say that they're jealous of your power and jealous of the way that you're in the Nine of Pentacles and the High Priestess, right? They're going to consistently try to talk. I kept getting the puppeteering with the talking energy. Talk about how like, Taurus, like, you didn't show up for me this day. Or like, you didn't like, you say you're so great, but like, you don't have this. It's kind of that energy. And so you will, but that's how they feel about themselves, but they're projecting onto you. And of course it hurts you, but it makes you feel like you're trapped. And the devil always is the illusion of being trapped. It's not, you are not actually trapped, Taurus, but you will feel trapped in this. And Eight of Swords is feeling trapped, stuck, not feeling like you can figure out how to get out of this, not feeling like you can do this, not feeling like you have the power to get out of this. And you do, and you have strength here. So you have the ability to be the devil. It's just realizing that there's a mindset going on that's telling you that you're trapped. That's part of the devil. It doesn't want you to beat it. It's also something within you that doesn't want to let go because it's so painful to have to go through a freaking walking away from somebody. So you're trying to avoid pain by staying involved, even a little bit, because you have to really confront a lot of things. And I think Spirit's asking you to confront this. And once you do, you will feel so empowered, Taurus. You really will. And I get you've done a lot of work to get here, and you're healing your inner child by going through this. You're healing your inner child. You're healing. You are not going to get in the same situation again, Taurus. I'm getting it so strong, and I'm seeing another counterpart possibly that's on the horizon for you once you clear this out. Okay, is there anything else you want me to tell Taurus really quick before I finish up? You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are so worthy, Taurus. You deserve so much better than this. You are healing. Take your time. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't take the projections of this person, and do not think you're trapped. Even if you say you're trapped in your mind, like I feel so trapped, you can feel that, validate that feeling, because that's an actual feeling. It's real. That's within you. That's real. But what's not real is that you are actually trapped in this. You have the strength to walk away. You can do this. This is a huge lesson you've been learning, and you've been doing a great job. And my spirit guides and our spirit guides are telling me that you have done such an amazing thing here, Taurus. You have stood your ground. You're trying to stand in your power. You're looking at everything. You're not trying to avoid it. You're trying to make sure that you're honoring yourself while you go through it. Like, you have done such a good job. It's just, I think that there's like a final step of like fully closing this out that needs to happen. And you're so close. You are so close. And it's just realizing I'm not trapped. I know I feel trapped, and that's valid, but I am not actually trapped. I am not powerless. I can get out of this. I can walk away from this. I am healing this. I am walking away from this. Like, keep confirming to yourself that that's what's happening. You need to be like, I am walking away from this. Even if I feel like I'm trapped right now, I am going to walk away from this. Like, this is going to end. There's no way this doesn't end. And you want to know why it doesn't end? Because it's so painful that I don't think that you're going to be able to even stay in this. You're too beautiful and loving and kind, and you deserve such a better relationship than this, Taurus. Like, you really do. Yes, and you feel overwhelmed, so go slowly. Wow, Taurus, I'm so sorry you're going through this. But I know that once you get out of this, you're going to feel so alive and so much more joy. You just have to go through a grieving process and a processing process of being able to finally close and shut this door. And it's also realizing that this person has a negative effect on your self-esteem, and it may have been affecting your manifestations. That happened to me too. So I totally understand it. And you're healing, and just keep healing, keep going within, keep looking at all of this, and try not to judge yourself. And I love you, and you will get through this. You will get through this, Taurus, okay? Okay, Taurus, thank you so much. I think that's all I have for you, and I will see you guys next time.